Let me ask you a question, though. One of the concerns I had was that the Catastrophic Claims Fund was a big pot of money. If the big pot of money is not going to be used anymore, where does that money go? Because there was a large amount of money in that pot when the law got changed.
Yeah. No, and there is a big pot of money. And the idea is that that money stays there so that it can be accessed and used to pay for benefits now and into the future. It is run a lot like an insurance company in the sense that a claim comes in, they assess the claim, they figure out, they ballpark based on what their actuaries tell them, how much this is going to cost over time. And so they keep setting that money aside so that it can be used for, maybe the next 10 years for this person, or if they think it's going to be longer, they have the money there. Well,
because my concern was that if the money was there, someone's going to say, well, gee, it's a surplus. Return it back to us, the insurance companies. And I don't know if that would ever happen. But that was the concern I had.
Well, you're right. And unfortunately, many people don't know about the Catastrophic Claims Fund. They don't know what its purpose is. They don't know who put the money there, which is drivers. And they don't know what it's being used for. And that's why several years ago, we had a lawmaker who said, hey, they got like $22 billion now over there in the Catastrophic Claims Fund. Let's just use all that to fix the roads. You can't do that. The money is set aside, it's paid for, and it is funded by drivers so that if tragedy strikes, they have the money there to cover them in the event that they need catastrophic medical care. Now, in terms of refunds or what happens to the money, there was a change under the new law. And under the new law, it said that if at some point the money that's being held in the fund, if the total being held is 120% of the liabilities that the MCCA has, they are authorized to issue a refund. They are authorized to send the money back to drivers. So what they would do is they would take the difference between. They would say, okay, look, the fund is liable for this amount right now going forward. We got to keep all that money in because that will pay the claims that we know of, and give us maybe some cushion to take in the new claims as they come in. But on top of that, we have this, and we're not using that right now. So they would slice that 20% off, and then they would send it back to the insurance companies, and the insurance companies would be obligated to send it back through to drivers.
Okay.
That's under the new law, and that would take effect in 2022. Okay. Currently, up to this point, there is no refund mechanism within the Catastrophic Claims Fund. It has been done. And in 1998, the insurance commissioner and I don't recall whether the governor was involved in it or not, they had a surplus. They had a $1.2 billion surplus in 1998. And the Catastrophic Claims Fund, their board of directors, voted to give that surplus back to drivers. And they did. And things were okay for about a year or so, maybe 2 years. And then after that, we ushered in about 10 to 12 years, over about the next 14 years, 10 to 12 of those years, the MCCA continued to run multi-billion-dollar deficits after that. That means, and the deficit, as you know, means that you are liable to pay people's bills, but you don't have that much money. So maybe they had $6 million in liabilities and all they had was $4 billion on hand. That meant that they were upside down almost $2 billion. And they did that for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's the danger of refunding or giving out money out of this MCCA, because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe there's a horrible year and I hope it never happens, but maybe there's a horrible year and there's more catastrophic claims in 1 year.
Yeah.
And you've given away all your cushion.
Yeah.